Designed and engineered for the needs of the most dominant of players, the new Reebok 808 O-Stick features a redesigned PowerPort zone, new pure fiber technology for direct energy transfer, an optimized balance point, new proprietary Kryptonite, and an ultralight blade. This new O-Stick is lighter, faster, and stronger. Now that's pure power.
Welcome to College Hockey All Access on NHL Home Ice, XM 204 and Sirius 208, where we showcase the schools, the stories, the players, of course, the traditions of the 6 conferences and 58 teams playing Division I hockey. My name is Matt Shepard, and joining me, as he does each and every week, is Fred Pletch. Fred?
Well, thanks, Matt. Wish I had a Boston accent for this one, because this week we take a sneak peek at the Battle of Comm Ave. It's a new documentary detailing the 91-year-old rivalry between Boston College and Boston University.
Yeah, those two schools have captured the past 2 national championships.
2 teams that have been facing off for 91 years have won the past 2 national championships and elevated the Beanpot to the premier sports event in their city each February.
Boston College, Boston University, and their long-standing rivalry are now the subjects of a new documentary entitled The Battle of Comm Ave, and Bernie Corbett gives us a sneak preview with the producer, Matt Fults.
What initially prompted your undertaking of this particular venture?
College hockey is, I think, one of the great undertold stories in American sports. And I've got some family ties to the Boston area. My mom's from Reading, so I spent a lot of summers out there as a kid. I grew up in Michigan, where college hockey is equally a big deal. And I just thought that, with the 2 schools, the 2 coaches, a couple miles apart on the same street, all the makings of a classic were there, and that's how it got started.
As always, in your business as a filmmaker and documentary filmmaker, it's an educational process. And what is on the top of the list of the things that you learned along the way as you got deeper and deeper into the history of the storied rivalry?
I would say the coaching legacies of both schools were really fascinating to me. I really enjoyed the opportunity to learn not just about Jack Parker and Jerry York, but about Snooks Kelly and Jack Kelly, and sort of how the programs were built by men and not by universities necessarily. So I think that opportunity to sort of see the history unfold as we were putting the film together, it kind of felt like we were living it, which was pretty cool.
And the story within the story of this rivalry is the very unique Kelleher family of Belmont, Mass., who boast a national champion in the family that represented each school.
What a great family, and really a unique story. The fact that both of those kids could win a national championship at the opposing school, to me was just the icing on the cake. We actually found out about that story kind of late in the game and felt like we couldn't pass it up. It really added a nice human element to it. And, like I said, the family is just fantastic, and it's fun to hear what they went through and the internal struggles and, the prank that Chris Kelleher and Chris Drury played on Jerry York. If you haven't seen the film, it's worth it, just for that. Just a fantastic experience with the Kelleher family.
And these teams have played with so much on the line over the years. They really don't need to have anything on the line. They could play, as Coach Parker and Coach York have talked about, at Jamaica Pond or at the MDC rink in Cleveland Circle at 3 in the morning. It really wouldn't matter much, but they have played with hardware at stake on many occasions, whether it be the Beanpot, Hockey East Championships, NCAA tournament, and you certainly had an opportunity to go deeper into that particular history and some of those high-stakes meetings.
Absolutely. And, the interesting thing, what struck me was it doesn't seem to leave anybody, no matter how long you've been away from the program. Jack O'Callahan is somebody that was a fantastic interview, seems like a real genuine guy, loves his BU hockey, and he told some stories of modern-day things that really got under his skin that, are just priceless. And, so whether they're battling for it now or they battled for it 30 years ago, that's really the unique thing is nobody seems to be able to let it go.
And there's so many great rivalries that we could talk about within the realm of college sports, whether it be college football, basketball, let alone hockey. But there's nothing that really can compare to having, as you have aptly put, the Battle of Comm Ave, 2 rivals that are connected by a train and are less than a couple of miles apart.
Yeah, and that was really something that I think is special. There are schools that are close. Some schools are across town, like USC and UCLA. Some schools are a little bit down the road, like UNC and Duke. But nobody's on the same street And it takes two, to tangle in this. And I think that the fact that both schools can win national titles, the fact that you've got a Jerry York who has not only done it at BC, but he's done it at other schools, and you've got Jack Parker who's done it for decades at BU and has been pursued by the Bruins. And again, it goes back to the men that have built the programs, the coaches, and it just so happens that they're on the same street. And that fact alone makes it fascinating that you could have two hockey powers. And let's not forget that hockey, it's not college football. Not every major university has a hockey program. And the fact that you can build two national powerhouses a couple miles apart and have them competing for the same things year in and year out is really fascinating.
The Battle of Comm Ave, Boston University versus Boston College, and is narrated by the preeminent voice of the National Hockey League, Mike Doc Emmerich. Just quickly here, Matt, tell our national audience how they can get the Battle of Comm Ave.
Absolutely. No matter where you are, you can go to rivalfilms.com and buy it from our web store. And if you're in the Northeast, you can get it at locations like Pure Hockey and the BU and BC bookstores.
And that Eagles-Terriers rivalry will reach unprecedented new heights January 8th when they clash again at the Sun Life Frozen Fenway event at fabled Fenway Park.